crafters, Lisa here from Fun Stuff Crafts. So it's been a little while since I've joined you, and some of you may have seen that we experienced a little fire at our house and Lisa lost her craft room. So as we work through that process and we get everything back to normal, what normal is right now, I'm still not sure. But one of the things I have been doing is I'm having to rebuy all of my tools and my supplies. So if you've been following along on my blog, I've been writing blog posts about that. So far I did one on a sublimation printer, and then I just did one on a heat press. One item I didn't write a blog post on because there was just no decision whatsoever at all was replacing my Cricut. And so I have had a Cricut for so many years and I've never been able to do a unpackaging video. So today I thought I would show you the Cricut package that I purchased from Cricut. That's where I thought I found my best deal, and I'm going to show you everything I got. So stay tuned and we will unpackage my brand new Cricut Maker. I have not even taken the tape off of it yet. So I really hope you stay tuned for this. And hey, by the way, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Fun Stuff Crafts is all about inspiring you to want to create things. That's what we're here for. I normally try to post a video every Friday. I've had a little bit of a break because of our little fire issue we have, but I think we're back in business. As you guys can see from my background, I am in my house. Someday I will be back in my craft room, but for now, I am taking over the dining room in our house. So stay tuned. Give me a second to get my camera angle change, and I am gonna unwrap, unbox my new Cricut and show you everything I got with the package I bought from Cricut, from Cricut online. So I wanted to start out and let you guys know what I actually purchased. So I did some investigation and I looked on Amazon, I looked at HSN, and I looked at Cricut. And I actually went straight to Cricut for my package. Now, I will tell you, I do subscribe to their all access, and when you do have that, you do get some added discounts. So I purchased a Cricut Maker, and with it, I also purchased the Everything Bundle. Now, I purchased the Everything Bundle because I have lost all of my crafting supplies, all of my tools. So I thought this was the best bang for my buck by me getting both the extra tools and the Cricut Maker, okay? So I took a peek in the tools already, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the tools, and then we will unveil the Maker. So with the Everything Bundle that I got the, move this out of the way a little bit, I got the trimmer. Now I will tell you guys, I had this trimmer before and I absolutely loved it. I use it not only for my Cricut projects, but all of my paper crafting. I mean, this is my go-to trimmer, and it works so great. So let's just open it up really quick, and I want to show you a couple reasons why I really like this trimmer. Opens up really nice in the back. It's got a perforated edge. And open that up. And a couple reasons why I really like it. One, it cuts so nice. The other is I love that it's got the measure that comes out, that I can measure all of my paper. And it just works great. It is so nice, it is so compact, and it fits so well into my cupboard. So this was number one. Number two that came with the package is the basic toolkit. Now, I will be honest with you guys, I do not use all of these tools in the basic toolkit. These scissors I absolutely love. They're nice and sharp. I love that they come with a cover on them. And I will tell you, I not only use this with all my Cricut projects, but these are right next to my sewing machine. In fact, in my craft room, I used to have 2 pair of these. I had one in my sewing machine and one next to my Cricut. The tweezers I definitely use, and the scrapers. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you will know for the scrapers, I also like the Dollar Tree scrapers, but this little guy is great. And the spatula, I definitely use that when I'm doing my projects. The one thing I don't use very much is this pick. It's a nice pick, there's nothing wrong with it, but if you've seen any of my videos before, you guys know that I love my pin pen. Haven't had a chance to replace that yet, but I definitely will. So, this is the second thing that came in the package. Also in the package, I got some gel pens. So it is the gel pen set, the Origin. So it's basically a lot of your primary colors. They are the 1.0 width pen. So I've got the, let's see, what colors do we have here, Lisa? We have got Rogue Blue, Tangerine, Eggplant, and Lemongrass. Or actually it's True Red, Something Blue, Tangerine, Eggplant, and Lemongrass. I think I was trying to read the other language when I was reading these. But I love using my pens when I'm doing cards. It's so fun to be able to write on your cards. So these are just the basic pens. These are not the infusible ink pens. Then with this package, because Lisa needs a starter package of all of her vinyl, I unfortunately had 2 32-gallon garbage bags full of vinyl that had to be destroyed because of smoke. And so it's really sad to see everything that was a loss. So I get to start all over with my vinyl. So let's see what all came in this package. I got some chalkboard vinyl. That is so fun to put on. I like putting this on like wooden tags. I can make my own chalkboard tags. So I'll definitely use the chalkboard vinyl. The next thing that came is the premium vinyl. And I can't even talk today. It has come in a sampler of 3 colors. So definitely give me a good start on some of the permanent vinyl. Also got the Strong Bond vinyl, which is the iron-on. So, and it's coming in the red, the black, and the white. So definitely need to get started with some of that. I've got dry erase vinyl. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have not tried the dry erase vinyl. So I'm really excited to try some projects with this. I think on the package here, they show it with some name tags with some drinks. What a cute idea. So really excited to try a project with that one. And then we have got some of the iron-on foil. So I have not used a lot of the iron-on foil, but hey, I've got a little bit of a start here now. And then we've got some adhesive foil. This adhesive foil is fun to do on projects, especially if you're trying to do or putting together stuff for a party. That's a lot of fun. And then some of the stencil vinyl. Haven't used a lot of this either. A lot of times what I use for my stencil is just contact paper also, but comes with some stencil, and then also the transfer tape. Now, I don't normally use the Cricut transfer tape except for one thing. When I'm working with felt or with a fabric on my mats, I like to use this to put down on the mat and then put the felt on top of it. It helps keep my mats clean. But I've got a couple other favorite transfer tapes that I really like to use. So yeah, so I got a nice start on some vinyls. Let's see what else we've got here. So I've got some 24 sheets of cardstock, and it's bulk, and it looks like I got a few different colors in here. So once again, Lisa lost all of her paper, so it'll give me a good start on some paper. Another reason why I bought this package. This one's going to be a fun one. This is foil poster board. Now the foil, I don't know if you guys can see in the picture, but they've got some boxes. I love using my Cricut to make cute little boxes, and these are little pillow boxes, so definitely be fun. And of course, you have to have your glitter paper. I love this. This is just the cardstock glitter, and definitely use this with lots of projects. So that will be a real fun one to have. And let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I love my Tool Control knife. This works so nice. In fact, I think I had 3 or 4 of these. If you guys had seen my original craft room tour, I had lots of the mats that Cricut has, not for my Cricut, but for cutting. And I had one of these knives at every one. That's one thing I still need to replace, are those mats. But this True Control knife is awesome. I definitely like it. And then it came with a scoring stylus. Now, I have the actual scoring wheel, and luckily my add-ons or my tools to my Cricut, because they were mostly metal, they did survive and they could be cleaned in the cleaning process from all the smoke insulation. So I'm not sure if I will use this so much with my Cricut because I do have the scoring wheel, but this is also fun just to use for other types of projects too. So it's definitely a good thing to have. And then the last thing that's in this box are mats. And this actually came with all 3 of the types of mats, which I really liked. So I've got the strong grip, the light grip, and the standard grip. So the only grip I didn't get is the one for fabric, which is the pink one. So you can see by the back of this, I got the blue, I got the green, and I've got the purple. So lots of good stuff here. So that's what came in the in my package. And again, I got the everything bundle from Cricut. And I will make sure I put links down below to the exact packages and the exact things that I bought, just so you guys can see. But now let's get to the fun stuff, you guys. Let's get to looking at my brand new Cricut. So my other Cricut was the gold, the champagne color, and I decided I just wanted a new color for my Cricut. So I went with the lilac. There's so many different colors. And I just thought my colors of my craft room were the teals and the lavenders. I just love that color. So I figured, what the heck, if I got to get something new, I'm going to get something that I like the color. So let's see what I have. And I'll tell you guys, I don't know about you, but as I've been ordering stuff, there's so much stuff on back order and it's hard to get. My Cricut came so quick, so I was really, really happy. Okay, look at that. So excited. Okay, I gotta stand up so I can pull it out, you guys. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the ground and pull it out. And the drum roll. Maybe Lisa's gonna pull it out. This is heavy, you guys. And boy, do they have it packed in the box. Okay, here we go. What's on that side? I'll show you that side, it's better. Okay, so my new Cricut. So excited, you guys. So let's see what all comes in the package. Like I said, it's been so long since I've opened up a Cricut because I've just had mine for so long. I started out with the old Expressions one, and then I had the Air, and then I had to get the Maker because I love to sew. And I will tell you, I don't use the Maker as much for the sewing part of it, but I love all the adaptive tools that you can do with the Maker now. So, okay, so let's open up this box and see what we get first. Okay, so let's get started. That's the very first thing that's on the top of my box. I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna see what we have to let's get started. I kind of remember what I had before, but let's see. Okay, so I've got materials for my first project, okay? I've got a Open Me First, a welcome book, and inside of here I have got the rotary wheel. So this is the tool that I got with it. So let's see what this Open Me First says, you guys. O1, unleash the beauty. So O2, or number 2, is get connected, okay? So on each one of these, on the back, it says, plug in and power on your famous new Cricut machine. So that's the first thing we're gonna do when we get it out of the box. Then it says, just go to Cricut.com /setup and we'll walk you through the steps. Then it says, O3, let's make something. During setup, we'll make a practice project with materials in the fun box. And number 4, bookmark this page. That's Cricut.com /create. You'll find every resource you need to master your new machine and enjoy. You can also mark my webpage and I'll take you through the journey of the Cricut. I love my Cricut. So let's put this stuff off to the side, because the very first thing, if we follow the steps of what Cricut said, and Lisa already got them out of order, the very first thing it says is to plug in and power on your new machine. Okay, so let's find out what our new machine looks like, okay? We have to stand up again. We got some packaging boxes that I'm taking out. And voila! My new machine. So the other thing that's in there is a cord, and oh, guess what? I got my pink mat, and I got some other mats. How exciting! So now Lisa has all of her mats. That is so cool. Only thing I'm gonna have to purchase are my 12 by 24s, because boy, do I like that size. Okay, so let's take off the packaging. Oh, I love the lilac. It's such a pretty color. Oh, I don't know if any of you guys have cats, but I have a cat, and I had to lock her up for this video. But she is going to have a heyday with these boxes before I get them out for recycling, that is. So if I would have her out here right now, she would be walking across this table, and we call her our crazy woman. And I do have an audience here today. I actually have my 2 dogs that are laying on the carpet in front of me. They're not too excited about my new Cricut. They're sleeping. Okay, look at that. Woohoo! Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm gonna turn it around, you guys, because I want to double check if there's any packaging here. And sure enough, there is. So there is packaging that is right around where my adaptive tools go. So I just took that off, okay? Just taking a peek around. Got room for my pens and my new tools. Oh, isn't she pretty, you guys? This is a little tray you can open up and you can store your tools in there. I had a little tool caddy that I'm gonna have to get a new one of that I really like to use. This little tray here, I never really used it, but if you use your iPad or your iPhone, which I definitely use those, I just didn't use the tray to put those up, but that's what this is for. A lot of people like to personalize their Cricuts, so this is a great space to do it, or right here on the front, although I love that purple. It's got a shimmer to it. So, okay, so let's get this baby plugged in and follow the steps that Cricut is telling us to do, okay? And they're labeling this Unleash the Beauty. And I have got some projects to do. We have got an upcoming wedding. My oldest son is getting married, and in a little over a month. And I actually got invited to the bachelorette party, which I am super excited about. So I've been wanting to put together some gifts for everybody that's going, and I needed my Cricut. So I I'm so excited. So that's one of the projects I'm going to be working on for sure. Okay, so I turned it around so you guys could see the back, okay? And that's where the plug-in is. So I'm going to plug it right in, okay? And I'm going to turn it back around. Stretch this across. I got to plug in right on the other side of my dining room table. So we're all plugged in. So let's go back to our little cards and what it told us to do. I love these cards. I don't remember getting these cards when I did my first one, okay? Unleash the beauty. Plug in and power on your fabulous new Cricut machine, okay? That is music to my ears to hear a Cricut going again. So it's doing its little thing, okay? So now let's see what number 2 says. Number 2 says we got to get connected. Well, guess what? Lisa forgot to grab her laptop. So I am going to go grab my laptop and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I've got my laptop and we are going to move on to step number 2. And step number 2 says, just go to Cricut.com/setup and we will walk you through every step. So let's do that. I am going to do some screen sharing here so you guys can see my screen. And we are here at the Cricut design space for the Mac. Now I do have a Mac and it recognized that right away. Now, if you are brand new to Cricut, the very first thing it's going to want to do is to download Design Space, okay? And since I already have Design Space loaded on this, my Mac ProBook, I'm not going to have to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Open, and it is going to ask me if I want to allow Design Space, to go to Design Space, and I'm definitely going to do that. And it is going to come up for me. And right away, what it's asking me is, welcome to Cricut's Setup, okay? Select the product that you're going to want to continue with. And I am going to go with my new maker. Which smart cutting machine do you want to set up? I'm going to select my Cricut Maker. And it is going to ask me to set up a Cricut ID. Now, I've already got a Cricut ID, so I'm going to go ahead and just sign in with my one I already have, but you guys would want to do that, okay? Now, one of the things that Cricut always says is when you're thinking about where you're going to put your machine, you always want to have about 10 inches between the wall and your machine. Now, if any of you guys saw my hacks and tips that I had on the Cricut a month or so ago, one of my hacks on my old machine was I put wheels on it. And let me tell you, that worked out really nice because I was able to roll it in and out. So I'll definitely be doing that with this one again. Now, let's go to the next piece. And it says you want to plug in your Cricut to the wall outlet and power it on, which we have already done. Let's go to the next step. And now it says, I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger for you guys. Now it says, included, there's a USB cord to connect your Cricut. Now that is one thing I forgot to show you guys. In the bottom of the welcome box, I found a pen, the cord to go into the Cricut, and a cover for my rotary blade. So a couple things I forgot to show you guys. So what it wants me to do is it wants to plug in, and I may have to go run and grab my adapter. I'm gonna have to go grab my adapter for my Mac, because one thing about a Mac is it does not come with USB ports, but I've got an adapter. So we have got a cord here that has got the bigger piece, the square piece is gonna go into my Cricut, and the USB is gonna go into my computer. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug that into the Cricut, okay? I'm gonna run and grab my adapter and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my adapter for my Mac. I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in, and I'm gonna plug the USB in, because right now it is saying there is no maker found. So let's get that plugged in, and guess what? It just found my maker. That worked. Not quite sure what happened there. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit the continue button. And it is updating. So let's get you the latest and the greatest features. Okay, so I'm gonna update it. Always a good idea to do that. Now look, your Cricut Maker is all up to date. So we're gonna click on the next button here, and it is asking me if I want to register my machine, and I definitely do. So I'm gonna go ahead and register that machine, and it is all set and ready to go. So it wants me to select a test cut for a practice run. I love sunflowers, so we're gonna do the sunflower. So let's do a next, okay? It wants me to put a piece of cardstock on a mat. So let's grab one of our mats out. We'll just go with the mats that Cricut gave me, okay? So if I come over here and I'm going to peel off. Now you guys, make sure you keep these sheets, okay? Really important. You don't want hair getting on your mats. Now, let's go to my supplies I just got. And let's get a piece of cardstock out. Or you know what? Let's see if there's something in. No, that's gonna be for our project. We don't wanna do that one. So let's just grab some. Here's my cardstock I just got. Okay, so I'm gonna take a piece of that out. And basically all we're doing is doing a test run on the Cricut. So I hope this unboxing and doing this is helpful. I see so often when people get a new Cricut that they're just nervous about doing those first things with the Cricut. And let me tell you, trial and error, I sure have made my share of mistakes too. But you gotta try it, you guys. You gotta open it up and you gotta try it. So it's telling me to put it on my mat, okay? I'm just going to put it right on the mat, okay? And it is asking me, now, I know from experience, okay, what to do next, but let's make sure and see what our screen says, okay? Prepare to cut. Place small cardstock on the corner, okay? Now it wants to confirm you've got a blade. Now I've got A and I've got B. A is if you want to do a pen. B is where our blade is, okay? And mine came with the regular cutting blade, okay? So my blade's in there nice, okay? I've double checked that, okay? Next thing it's saying is push the mat under the guides, okay? Key thing here, there are little guides right here, okay? And we're making sure, kind of doing this at a weird angle, we're making sure that they're in there, okay? So far so good. Then, if you guys, you might not be able to see, but my button is flashing with the arrow. So I'm gonna push that, and it is gonna load my mat for me. Let the machine do the work for you, okay? Now Cricut says, hey, I've got your mat all loaded. Let's go to the next step. And my little Cricut button is going. So I'm going to push my little Cricut button, and it, very first thing it does is it's gonna come over here and it's gonna make sure that I've got the right blade in, okay? Then it's gonna think for a few minutes, okay? And it's doing its thinking. And while it's doing that, there we go. And it is gonna start cutting our first cut. So see how easy that was, you guys? Cricut is walking us through the process. It's told us step by step what we need to do. And I am gonna get a sunflower out of it. Now, while that's doing it, I'm gonna open up some of those new tools I got, and I'll show you how I use those when we get ready to take this off. All kinds of stuff to go to recycling, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get my tools out of here while that's cutting. And the one that I really wanna use here, or have ready to use, is the spatula. And I'll show you how you use that spatula. Okay, so got all my cute little tools ready to go. These scissors are really sharp, you guys. So let's make sure we put the cover on, okay? So now the test cut is complete, it says. So next is the unload. This is the load and the unload button. So I'm gonna unload it, okay? So now what I always say to do, and Cricut is saying, remove your cut image and cardstock from the mat. This is a trick that I have, you guys. I always turn my mat upside down and I peel backwards, okay? That way it has less pull on the image. You guys can see how nice that cut, a perfect cut, okay? So now I've just got left my little sunflower, and I'm again gonna pull away from it. And you guys, look at that. Got my very first cut. I hope you guys can see that. Then what I like to do, you guys, is two things. You can use the scraper or you can use the spatula, either one. And you just want to get those extra pieces off of there. Now, depending on what you cut out on your design, it may be something that you want to use as an add-on. So sometimes I keep those things. But one thing, you guys, I always do is I always make sure I get my cover on my mat right away, okay? I want to keep that mat nice and clean. Okay, so now let's see. The button says start designing, okay? It is taking us directly to design space, okay? So I'm gonna click off of my screen share here, you guys, and we are going to get back to our numbers, okay? So we have got our machine, we've got it all plugged in, okay? We have done our first cut, okay? So we are done with number 2. Let's pop over and see what number 3 says. Number 3 says, make a little something. So during setup, we'll make a practice project with the fun materials in the box, okay? So these are the fun materials that have come in the box. What are we going to make? Now, I know because I made them when I got my last Cricut. So I'm going to pop back over to Cricut. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and do the first project, okay? Now, if you're brand new to Cricut, it is going to prompt you right away for the kite card. For me, since I've already had a Cricut, it did not prompt me, but I did find the card because I remember which one it was. So we're gonna go ahead and in Design Space, when you bring it up, you have the option to be able to look through and see what the card's gonna look like, okay? Now this one's got a couple added embellishments on it, which we're not gonna do today, but I'll show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and just go right into Make It, because I wanna show you how easy it is. Now this card, what is really fun about it is we are going to be using the pen that Cricut gave us because we're going to be writing with it, okay? We're going to be using this part for our card, and then we are going to be using this for our background, okay? Now, when I'm looking at this, it is showing a envelope, and I'm not going to make the envelope. We're just going to do the card, okay? So the very first thing we want to do is we want to load our scoring pen. So remember I told you I got my scoring pen. So we're going to use that scoring pen that we got. We're going to use the scoring pen. We're going to use the black pen to write with. Okay, my scissors. Get that pen out of there. Another hint with your pens, you guys, when you store them upside down, okay? That way the ink is always at the tip, okay? So let's go ahead and put our lid on. Now, you guys, I still have this hooked by USB, but you definitely can run it across your Wi-Fi. That's what I normally do, but I'm just leaving it as it is for right now. Okay, so let's take our mat, and we can see on the screen that the paper needs to be loaded going across, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and take my cover off, okay? And I am going to put my cardstock right across there, okay? Got it lined up, that's what the grids are all for, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and hit continue. And what's really nice about Design Space is it is gonna walk me through, okay? So the very first thing I need to do is decide what kind of paper do I have? And this is a medium weight cardstock, okay? So I'm gonna click on that. The very first thing it wants to do is in clamp A, it wants me to put my pen, okay? So I am going to undo my Cricut, and in clamp A, and there are little arrows on your pen. You're gonna push it down till it snaps. I hope you guys heard that. Then in clamp B, it is wanting my scoring wheel, okay? Load the scoring wheel in clamp B. Unfortunately, I don't have the scoring wheel with me right now. So I'm gonna go up to Edit Tools, and I'm gonna tell them that I'm using the stylus, okay? So I'm gonna apply that, okay? So then what it's saying is, okay, let's not do the pen first. So take that pen back out, put the lid in. Let's do the scoring stylus first, which I kind of expected, but I'm just following the directions, okay? So clamp A is the scoring stylus. Clamp B is the fine point blade, okay? My load button is flashing. So we're gonna go in and hit the load, okay? Double checking everything, and I'm gonna hit my Cricut button, okay? So now what's happening is my Design Space is checking everything out, preparing everything, and then on my screen, you will see that it is finalizing what it's actually doing, okay? So my scoring stylus is scoring down that card, which is gonna make it really easy to fold, okay? Now, my next step is to take my stylus out. I'm done with that, and you know what? I'm gonna use right there where I can put my tools. And now we're gonna put that pen in number 1, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Another thing I do, I don't know about you guys, but I lose my lids all the time. I like to put my lid right on top so I know right where it is. My Cricut button is going again, so I'm gonna push it, okay? So now what's gonna happen is this cute little card has, it's a kite, and it's got some really cute swirls to it. So this is really showing you guys how you can use pens when you're doing your cards. Now, some of you guys probably have really nice penmanship, and you guys could probably write on your cards, but this is just a fun option to be able to do. Okay, so as that drawing is going, now it's double checking to make sure I've got my knife loaded, okay? It's checking that second clamp, okay? Because it wants to do a little bit of cutting here, okay? And this is what's gonna look really cute and really adds an extra feature to this, so. Okay, cutting everything out for us. Now the next one it's asking for is if we wanted to add a color print to the kite. And I'm gonna skip that part because I don't have any extra paper at this point in time. Okay, so it's telling me to go ahead and unload, okay? And remember what I told you guys before, peel from the back, okay? And that way, everything is peeling off, okay? I've only got a couple little pieces on my mat. Okay, so I got those off right away. And now I have got, look how cute that little card is, okay? So one trick here, you guys, is I am going to skip The next cut is if we wanted to put a print of fabric on our kite, and I'm gonna skip that. And then the next one after that is if we were doing an envelope. I'm not gonna do the envelope. I'm gonna go straight to the last cut, which is this blue card, okay? So I'm gonna put the blue card right on, okay? And I am going to load it, okay? Now it doesn't need my pen anymore. So I like to get my pens out right away. Otherwise, sometimes I forget, okay? And again, I'm gonna put that pen right over there so it is put away, okay? And my Cricut button's going again, and it is going to cut this. Remember, it's going to check for my knife first and making sure that I've got the right tool loaded. That's what I really like. The Cricut is really smart, and so it knows if the right tool is loaded. Okay, and it is going to be time to unload. Okay, and we're gonna unload. Okay, and remember you guys, we're gonna put our cover right back on. Okay, so I've got that put away, and I am gonna be all done, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, and it still thinks that I've got more to cut because I didn't do those extra pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel, and I'm going to be done with my screen share, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording on that, and let's put this card together, you guys, okay? So now we've got this cute card, and remember how I said it did that stylus, first? Look how easy that was to fold, okay? Sometimes I like to take my scraper and just give it a good push, okay? And then what we can do is we can take that blue card that we just cut, okay? And we're gonna add it to the back of the card. Bring that down. And look how cute that very first card is. How easy was that, you guys? Now remember, Cricut also wanted us to add in some color here, and they were gonna show you how to make an envelope too. Those are all things that you guys can do. So I really hope this unpackaging of my brand new Cricut was a helpful tutorial for you. Make sure, if you liked it, to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, I try to do an Inspiration Friday project every Friday to try to inspire you. Now, I will tell you guys, it's not all about the Cricut. I want to inspire people to try all different types of crafting and sewing. Anything to just get your creative juices flowing. So I really hope you join me along the journey. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It helps support my channel. Give it a thumbs up. And share this. If you know somebody that bought a Cricut and has not opened it yet, show them this video. Show them how easy it is to get started. And don't forget, number 4 on our list was Cricut.com Create. And there is all kinds of things that will help us with our new machine. So until next Friday, thanks for joining me for another Inspiration Friday.